time.
Link time.
Okay, you have to be quiet so you don't interrupt Aura's introduction.
Oh, okay. I'll keep
remember
my
that.
mind muted.
Oh my god! No! You're fine, War Master. Like since we're not gonna end up recording it. It'll be like, you know what I'm saying? All right.
It'll be lit.
It'll be like, I can't really edit it.
Okay.
All right. Do we have the link?
Where is it?
All right. Hold on. Just acquire link, if possible. Here, see for the So while we're getting ready, I do want to mention that when we had the draft lottery stream, I could not stream directly from my browser because it's stupid. So, that sucks. Also, I will be watching the comments. Yes, the gameplay will... Oh, God, the encoder busted on that. My God. No, I thought that was an encoder thing. No, that was actually... No, I thought it was, internet... No, that was the encoder. My God.
What?
What I was just streaming. I'm gonna stream another freaking... I'm just putting up another...
When in doubt, go for clout.
Yep. Nope. Encoder's busted on that too, I think. Yep. I hate this. I hate finding sources. You know what? We're going on a black screen tonight. Forget it.
No, we gotta have your boring fucking gameplay.
Well, we're bitching about it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, let's just have a boring black screen instead.
I mean, it is a podcast. You're listening for the voice.
Podcast with a new boring black screen, courtesy of your tears.
Aura, Boolaid, and War Master talk shit. It's a weekly tradition hosted by Aura Zeeb.
Alright. So it's muting. You know what? You deserve a bit more than a black screen.
I agree differently. Okay, listen, you need to get an audio visualizer, okay?
Maybe next time. Who knows?
Yeah, you just gotta find one. I don't know how the fuck you do it, but actually, I think there's a game on Steam that is free that lets you visualize audio. Oh, I got a new invite.
There we go. Okay. Now that we're actually somewhat set up, let's talk about this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GCC Podcast. I am your host, Aurazeebe. For the second week in a row in his third appearance, Boolaid. He's also added the Confederacy of Derek Williams to his clan lineup. And this week, for our very special guest, that was totally not chefed up at the last minute, we have ROA's War Master. He's one of our own administrators, and he also runs ROA. Astounding. I know. What a reputation. So, welcome to the party, War Master. Good to have you on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And I really do apologize for holding you back for an hour. There was some stuff that was happening.
That's all good.
Yeah,
it's okay.
So we're gonna jump straight into it with the clan news. First up, it's we're picking up where we left off last week. The day after we did the podcast, the UCR turned 10. So I already told Toon happy 10th anniversary. He's still not getting NFC. so there's to that. Now this next subject, it's from the day after that. It's about Fear's Align North 3. Really, um, it was apparently it was 6 years in the making, but the project that was made was a bit of an overhaul, if that makes sense. So the way that sometimes put it, because she's on my council and she's told us, about this, is they were just kind of remastering that, if that makes sense. Like just kind of giving it like an overhaul, giving it a fresh coat of paint, if that makes sense. So that does suck for Fear that they weren't able to release a better, I'd say a bettered Align North 3, but at the same time I completely understand. That was I bet there was a lot of sweat and tears put into that. So my condolences to the people who put a lot of effort into that, but you should be proud. You should be really proud of what you've done. Next subject, Void. Now, fun fact about War Master, he hates elitism, so he's probably going to start foaming at the mouth at this. Void
Avians do not foam.
Yeah, they do.
Void finally reopened its filter process Hive, and the blacklists do not apply to Hive. By the way, that blacklist got updated. Cowboy Corporation's off because Cowboy Corporation is dead. Astounding, I know. I looked at Void's base, and I think I said this last week. It's defender sided. It's more defender sided than an Overwatch map, and that's a problem.
Ooh.
If I might, I mean, Labs has been. I think anybody who's been here for Labs before, even if you've never actually rated it, it's any base that's named Labs is always going to be defender sided.
Oh,
it's
crap.
very consistent, scientifically
Now
proven.
you've given me an idea.
Oh no, I should have kept my mic muted.
My G Fuel started flying out of my bottle. Thankfully, I didn't get all over my keyboard though.
TRJ base 1 Labs, and it's going to be completely Raider sided.
It's going to be defenders have to go around the wall and Raiders can just run straight at it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that now.
If you, and I swear to God, if it's a motorcycle dealer, I'm going to lose it. Just know that. Just know that.
All right.
All right. Next question. Next subject that shouldn't be clan news, but oh well. NFC finally gets their new logo put into the group. Hallelujah.
Oh my God, such big news.
It's been 4 years.
Part of the reason it took so long is because I could never get No Alias to change the logo, and then when we were in a call, it was like, "Hey, dude, can you change the logo? I've asked you 5 times." He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it now." So props to him. I also managed to get Boolaid to dev for NFC, so you're my bitch now.
Now that's big news. I'm sorry, but your bases
big news.
Your bases need Boolaid.
Everybody, you have to hire.
We'll talk more about NFC in a minute. Star Empire.
What?
Ariel's group. He was on the podcast a couple weeks ago. Star Empire remains in development, but has become public to join and fight and /train. As of right now, they're focused on establishing their community. In addition, an officer corps starts at 50 members. This role must be fulfilled over time. A fort exists and is a kill fort. See more information in recruitment. The lore-based faction opens its doors to anyone willing to join up at Astra.
Wait, Oriel owns Star Empire,
Yes.
right?
I think he founded it right after he appeared on the podcast.
Why doesn't he have clan leader?
He does. He's just in the developer rank, as far as
The
I remember.
fuck?
Let me check.
No, he doesn't have clan leader.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm looking at his tags right now. Developer, clan member, builder, Minecraft podcast.
He never asked, but okay. He's getting updated. All right, back to NFC. NFC is now focusing on an in-depth state and plans to be fully combat ready by March. Word from my mouth. This should have been announced much earlier. That's something I should say. Even though we literally 2 days before we got our new logo changed, and people were like, "Okay." I do need to mention that we've kind of been in an in-depth state. We haven't really gotten any raids because after Rattlesnake apparently got exposed for base stealing, we haven't really, like, I'd say, like, we just kind of stopped defending. We don't really have a base to defend per se. So we maybe if and also we don't have enough members. Like when we ping for a defense, they won't
Show up.
they won't. No, like we won't even get enough in the pings. I don't want to say anything else about that because otherwise that'd be speaking bad on my own clan. That would not be a good thing. So, but I do want to mention that we're focusing on in-dev. We are not out of the game yet. We're just like, we're kind of sitting on the sidelines. We'll be taking a break and hopefully we'll be ready by March, around our 10-year anniversary. So that's kind of the reason why I said March. So keep that in mind. Next subject, Mesmer pulled out of the GCP POA war.
Woo! Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah.
The official reason is that animations are broken on their edited SMG guns. Thank you. That's
According to Original, he said, Blitz Tanker and I have decided to pull out of the POA war primarily due to lack of interest in the Mesmer community. We have much more Mesmerians participating in Mesmer-related events than the war. We didn't gain much from this war besides having them lose twice at the fortification and refuse to raid after that for the light. Man.
I don't like talking trash, but I would just like to state.
Even though you've called people... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I know. Definitely, Warmaster hates talking trash. But I would just like to state that Mesmer Officer Perrin was dismissing people from GCP raids for having less than 50 kills. So I mean, I think that's there we go. That's your reason. That's your reason right there. Lack of interest. Don't dismiss your interested people then. Thank you.
Yeah, don't dismiss your interested people.
That dude be like, hell no.
Like, seriously. Like, even I wouldn't do that. So, kind of Mesmer, it's kind of your, hey, let's get it together kind of thing.
For real. Although, I must say, Mesmer has a lot of promise. You guys have a pretty, like, nice theme that, like, nobody else does. So, really, I think you guys should build upon it, and I want to see your clan succeed, because the more successful clans there are, the more fun the game is for the entirety of us. Mm-hmm. So, please succeed. Please fix your animations. Please get good tech. Please, whatever you need to do it.
What you must.
You know what, Mesmer?
Burn faith.
You'd have good tech. Mesmer would have good tech if they hired me.
Okay.
I've already taken Boolaid. He's currently in my dungeon being held at gunpoint. Don't try it.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
I'm sorry, Master.
Okay. Next to last subject, because this never really got mentioned. We did sort the GGO. Draft's going to be on the 9th, even though I begged Zeta have it on the 11th when I wouldn't be working. But no, it's on the 9th. I'm not working then, thank God. But who knows what happens. And then the final subject, RCA, it's released. What the hell is that?
What's RCA?
I think isn't it the RCL replacement? Like,
I have no idea. I have no idea. Void Forge. Why do I sound like Guardy Boss? I don't know, but
he doesn't sound like what?
I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm not an egotistical cheater and account sharer. So there's that.
Well, there's also the fact. I think you sound a little different
with
because.
Auto-tune.
No, I think they're hearing you through OBS, right? OBS is encoded.
No. They're hearing me straight through my Guitar Hero mic. All is well in the world.
Oh, great.
No, do not make me switch my mic. No. What did I just... Do not make me switch my mics. Because then I'll sound like Guardy. And
hey.
No, I'm being dead serious. It's a Guitar Hero mic. Like, from when I got World Tour. It's been like my daily driver mic since like 2016 until the boom arms started falling off my table.
That's amazing.
It's awesome. All right. Well. Okay, Avius Pocket 1, we're moving. All right, so now for the part you actually come to watch. I ask questions.
Yay.
Bruh.
It's like
That came faster.
It's like Eric Andre's "These Are People." It's like it's the part everyone comes to watch. It I don't know. Super awkward transition. Let's go. So, War Master, first question for you. We're skipping the first question in the form because
Yeah, obvious reasons.
obvious reasons. First question, official question is, why are you War Master?
I don't know. I guess I'm a master of war. I mean, the reason why I have the name is because the first rank I ever held in the Republic was War Master. So when I was second in command of the group, I asked Ravis if my rank could be War Master, and he was like, sure. So that's what it was. And then after I committed to ROA, I changed my name to that, and it's been that way. Well, it hasn't been that way ever since, but I kept it like that. Kept the War Master theme because I don't know, I like the word.
Sounds like a testament to your form, like to what your rank was, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right, next question. When will my Belle Delphine Pathwater arrive?
I
Never.
don't know. You're gonna have to ask Miss. You're gonna have to ask Miss Delphine about that. I'm not involved in that operation.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not getting herpes, so.
I
Yeah.
am. I mean, I didn't buy it, but
Thank
I am
you,
a coordinator.
Boolaid.
Oh, yes, a name that I should be seeing in my band has been removed. Crossed out. Hallelujah.
Hmm?
Ha.
Okay, did you ask the next question yet?
Oh, yeah, we're moving to the next question. Right.
Okay.
Why'd you choose your Roblox name to be Warm Aster?
That is that's not my name.
Yeah, it is. What are you talking about?
The funny thing though, every time someone calls me Worm, I just don't respond to them. So yeah.
I warm.
Yeah. Oh no. The Avius protectors have entered. Are they going to say anything? No. Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't think they're all right. They missed their chance. Sorry,
chance.
reborn in Sicko.
Sorry,
You missed your
Lonius.
chance.
Wait, what's the next question? All right. What is your opinion on elitism, Lord Diomedes? I butchered that. Diomedes. And what will you do to crush it? I'm getting it.
I mean, I'm pretty. My opinion on elitism has been pretty clear. In fact, I get a lot of heat for it. Obviously, I find it like kind of revolting, the fact that kind of stuff happens on this game. A lot of you guys go around, you guys being like community members in general, they just walk around talking about how like, oh yeah, it's just a Lego game and stuff, but then you go and dismiss for elites.
Literally, it is just it's a Lego game. Calm down.
Exactly. So, but at the same time, my purview on whether or not elitism is a big deal anymore has definitely changed over the past few months. There aren't enough clanners for people to dismiss anymore. So a lot of the clans that I've labeled elitist in the past, really, they weren't. They were just they just had people that were good that showed up first, and that's the fact of it. But in terms of elitism as a concept, I'm obviously I'm not okay with it. And it'll crush itself. That's really what'll happen, because the only clans that stay alive are the ones that accept everybody. There's about, if you take the pool of people who are elite, they're all people who have been playing for like 8 years and have been here for a long time, or they can invest in really good gaming peripherals, or they can invest in RCM. And if you take that group of people, that's significantly smaller than the general Roblox population. So as soon as more clans like IA, TNIC, or not TNIC, sorry, IA and TNI start showing up with their super clan mentalities, all these elitist clans are going to get blown out of the water. And once there's a community of them, of these big clans that are taking everybody, we won't need like what will become smaller clans that take those same recycled members. Nobody will need them. Nobody will need them. And so everyone will move on from them, and those clans will die. So really, I don't have to do anything to crush elitism. It'll crush itself. It's an unsustainable system.
And
Jeez.
and War Master, do you like? I've mentioned the concept of unintentional elitism or coincidental elitism. Do you think that's like understandable? What do you think it is?
Well,
and to describe to those who don't understand. Coincidental elitism is when better people end up getting subbed in just because they were pending first. It wasn't because they were specifically selected to pend. It was just because their group of people were pending and they were pulled out of the pender pool.
Yeah, so I mean, things like that, that's kind of out of the clan leader's control. I don't really expect, and when I say out of the control, like they obviously have the option to just dismiss the person, but really is that fair? Like the person's been pending. So I mean, if you're a defense leader and I'm not advocating for you to dismiss your elites simply because they're elites. It's like
Okay to
banning
have
someone.
elites on your team. It's
Right.
okay. It's okay.
It's like banning someone for being good. Like that makes no sense. But if someone's put in the work and they're pending and they're acting like any other member, by all means let them in. What I don't like is when people expect
I'd just like to shout out Shadow Eagle 20.
The fuck?
Okay, so Shadow Eagle 20 is my previous name.
What
That's-
the fuck is that? What the
Thank
fuck
you,
was
Void
that?
Forge. Thank you, Void Forge. But
How
yeah,
the fuck did he get
things,
in?
I think Aura moved him.
Yeah.
At any rate,
I'm sorry.
that's all good. Accidental elitism, I don't think that's not really a thing. Like that's not elitism. Like take for example Widge, right? Widge, I'm not trying to throw like Divided under the bus or anything, or any of the Widge high command, but like you have like 7 active members that defend Indigo, and those 7 active members happen to be like CSOC vets. I'm not gonna hold that against you. Those are your only active members. I'm not gonna like no one should be holding that against you. And if anyone calls Widge elitist, I'll be the first to tell them, nah, get out of here. They just have good people, and that's their only activity. But
Nah, dog, get the fuck out of here.
what I'm not good with is like not making an effort to pull in new people, train new people, and like get more people up to spec. Because if you're just sitting with the same recycled members, you're part of the problem. That's how I see it.
Whatever happened
That makes
to
complete
campaign?
total sense. Next, wait, we good to go, Boolaid?
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Is there going to be an ROA sword division?
So we have a sword base completed. I just have not released it, and we wanted to release a sword division, as in like an actual sword division, a separate group, but we never like there were multiple reasons why we didn't do that. Number one is that at the time when the plan came out, there were more people in ROA who were like interested in sword fighting than there were at guns, and the thing is like I myself, I can handle swords. I'm fine with swords. I used to want to open a sword clan, but at this point in time, I'm not like, oh yeah, swords. I love swords. I'm not like all gung ho about it. So I didn't want to release it at the time because what would happen is the demographic of people in ROA would just shift drastically towards swords. Once they're given the opportunity to have swords, they would broaden all their sword friends and all of that, and it would have just become a major like, okay, ROA shifts all the way to swords, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to take that risk. So sword division could happen soon. What we might do is just open a sword base, like without a sword division. And I mean that could work. The sword base is pretty small and it doesn't take that long. So that's definitely a possibility. We don't have a set date for it. We have a bunch of other larger projects which I can't speak about on the air, that are taking precedent. But we have a sword base ready. We can release it whenever we want, really. So whoever asked that, you can keep your eyes open and see if it happens.
All right, next question. Is War Master an Indian?
I am. I know I don't sound like it because I was born in the United States, but I am. Yes.
All right, next question, which is a Law 12 violation. Do you love Dibbix with all your heart?
As Aura said, that is in violation of Law 12, so I cannot speak to that. That could go either way, but I can't show it. So
The law
sorry.
requires that I answer no.
Yeah, pretty much. I have to maintain my adherence to the codex. No one is above the law.
Not even the Avius.
Not even the Avius.
God
Nope.
save the Avius. Why are you gay?
Whoever asked that, I don't know how you would. I think you're mixing up your fantasies and reality, but because we all know that was a guy. Like that was definitely a guy.
Hey, you can't blame a nigger for.
Whoa.
Whoa, sorry.
Boolaid.
You can't blame a boy for trying.
I mean,
Yeah, you're right. I can't, but still, I really think that there was a mix-up between dreams and reality over there.
I do think that perception blinded this man to reality. So, next
Indeed.
question. Actually, War Master, I'm gonna send it to you. We'll come back to it in a second, and I'll let you know if you want it, and you can just DM me and ask me that question, or like we can figure out that question in just a couple seconds because
It is a great question.
So
You sure you don't want to ask it right here, right now?
I mean, like, I'm just making sure it's fine with you.
Oh, I'm fine with it.
Okay, we're going to the next scheduled question. Do you have autism? If so, how has it helped you in your Lego career?
So, I wasn't born with it, but I developed it last summer.
Did you actually?
No.
Oh,
Come on, man.
You had to ruin the
Jeez.
joke, man. You had to ruin it.
Yeah,
Oh,
anyway, as I
jeez.
was saying, I came, alright, fine, I can't fib on the air. I came really close to developing it last year. As some of you know, Valania, Shield Company, now Delta Regiment, and ROA, we all came together to form a coalition called the Iron Boot, and we declared war on the Bear Supremacy. And
And
during that time, I was exposed to X Error Bear in great quantities, and X Snow Bear also in great quantities, and we also raided the Union Stronghold and Ancient Temple many times. And so as a result, as with all forms of radiation, some got on me. And so yes, I have developed autism in my Roblox career, and it helped me because I was really able to connect with Snow and Air on all of their points uh, during the negotiations phase, which we never got past, by the way. It was negotiations the
there
whole
were
time.
some very controversial, like on Real Talk. There were some very controversial things that were stated in that negotiations channel. I do need to see the evidence of that because that has been a reason for like,
Oh,
turmoil between
yeah.
NFC and Bear for a couple reasons.
Yeah, so there were a lot of things, like I was really able to connect and feel what Air was feeling when he said that he was gonna like kill John's girlfriend. So
I wasn't
that
trying to
was
say it on the air, but okay.
I mean, I'm just saying it how it is, man. Everybody knows. So yeah, that's just that's how it is.
All right. Next question is Aurazeebe gay, and I'm gonna answer that question for you. No.
Yeah,
again,
I have no way of knowing that. I'm sorry, I
You
don't know
wanna
why you're
get a
asking
second
me.
I
opinion?
know that I am literal garbage. In a sense I am gay at this game, but I'm not actually gay. Like
Do you want to get a second opinion on that?
I do not want to get a
No,
second
we
opinion on
don't
that.
want no.
No,
Don't, nobody
no,
wants a second
I'm not
opinion.
going to a GCC doctor because then I'll get diagnosed with dead. Who knows?
Yeah.
You'll be diagnosed with 3 forms of fucking autism.
Pretty much. I mean, God. Next question: why'd you ban Helena, aka Kafu, from ROA?
Okay, so Kafu, and some people call this circumstantial evidence, other people don't. It's pretty solid, and I didn't want to let the problem fester. Kafu herself, I mean, she was just like a regular member. Like I had no problem with her, but it turns out, after like accumulating some evidence, that she has been account sharing, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh yeah, she's for sure an account share, and she sucks.
But there
Um,
was general enough
there was
evidence
general
for
evidence,
grounds
and
for exile.
like I said, yeah, it's grounds for exile from ROA because it was pretty suspicious. I'm not telling any other clan leader to exile her. There's always the chance that she's clean and that she just got really good in like one night, or she started popping off or something like that. I mean, that's always a possibility. So I'm not going to tell any other clan leader to ban her. She's not black. Actually, wait, no, that's a lie. She is blacklisted, but we got rid of her from ROA because there was enough evidence for me to be suspicious beyond a reasonable doubt.
And it was really a better safe than
and
sorry move.
Yeah, I didn't want to deal with that kind of stuff because there's been so many times when we've had drama in ROA just because I let a problem fester, and so while Kafu was not the problem, account sharing was, and so I removed her swiftly because of that.
And I do want to
yeah.
Okay, and I do want to make a couple statements on account sharing. Rosops, get off this game.
Who is Rosops? Is that like guard or?
I don't know, but Rose ended up account sharing with guard, and she's denied it profusely, and she says she doesn't do it anymore. You've committed the crime. Don't say you don't. Don't say you don't do it anymore. You've already committed the act. It's in the past. It's permanent. Admit it and get clean, or get off.
We need to stage an intervention.
This is an intervention, Cardi. You need to stop cheating, man.
It's gone too far. You're hurting your friends and family.
Okay, let's not.
Yeah, we're gonna. Next question. How does it feel being a stinky Indian monkey?
I would like to personally thank. Let's see, who should I pick on? I'm going to personally thank Dr. Evil 8 for this question. No, it honestly it feels great. Being one of two people on this game like that, and also like everyone just uses recycled jokes, so like I just get used to it now. It's really epic.
It's a running gag at this point.
Yeah, like a lot of people are like, "Oh, yo, I hate it when people make the same jokes at me." But like, think about it, right? They're recycled jokes, so they're old. They get old.
It's
Like as long as people don't adapt, it's fine.
If you've ever seen the Muppet Show, there's a running gag where it's like where the telephone will ring backstage and Kermit will pick it up. Something stupid will happen, and at one point he even breaks the fourth wall and says, "I think this is what people call a running gag." I'll drop that. I'll drop that link in events after this. Next question: Do you have to be good to join ROA?
No, actually, we have quite a few asks. I can't say here and tell you that we have only one ask, but being good is not one of them. We don't ask you to be like some epic gamer aimer man when you join ROA. Just be willing to work. Like I'm very demanding in raid leading. A lot of you guys or a lot of the people in ROA know about this. There have been plenty of times when I get super angry because people don't listen. But really, anyone can listen, right? Listening doesn't require skill. What requires skill is, or not even skill, but like what requires like some effort is aim. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you aim is totally useless, because we have resources to help you build your aim, because that's what's necessary in the modern clanning world. I'm like, there's no denying that. But you don't have to have it coming in, and we will never dismiss you coming in just because you like suck. Like that's not a thing, and there's actually a law in the officer corps against it. If they dismiss you for being bad, they get demoted instantly. So there's a guarantee there. You never get dismissed for being bad. You will get dismissed if you don't listen. You will get dismissed if you don't follow the codex. If you break our rules, you'll get dismissed, but you won't get dismissed if you're bad. So that's that.
For you will be dismissed for not listening. See the whole drop audio. And speaking of dropping hole, next question says, "Can I drop hole?"
Well, it depends. If it's an 8v8, go ahead. I mean, only people who are in our way are gonna get this. But if it's an 8v8, go ahead. Like, I don't care. They don't have enough people to capitalize on it. But if it's a 12v12 or a 14v14, it's a real raid. I don't know why you would do that. That's trolling. You're literally throwing, bro. That's an example of what you would get dismissed for.
And all right, so next question, we're back on the joke questions. Not like we've been on that all day. What's the color of your toothbrush?
Green.
Blue.
I usually alternate. Like the one I've been using lately is like green and clear. So.
Okay, my man Aura has like a row of toothbrushes. He's like, which one will I use today?
No. Like I wouldn't say alternating. It's just like I end up using a different one because I just become a force of habit, you know. Next question: Why does Gardybald try to deny that he still uses RCM?
I don't know. Actually, to be quite honest with you, I'm not sure if he constantly uses RCM anymore. The reason he's still banned is because of, and I'm sure many of you have seen this clip already. Like, he's got a pretty poor taste in jokes, and he's pretty disrespectful, and he has a pretty bad pass with the majority of clanners. And so I feel like that's the majority of the reason why he's still banned. We released solid evidence. The cheating commission released solid evidence that he was RCMing. As you guys saw, his cursor shakes a lot. But he could have gotten rid of that very easily by just changing his settings. So there's no guarantee either way. And I think because he screwed up and let us see that he was really using RCM, it's proven beyond a reasonable doubt, and people are not willing to put up with it anymore.
And by the way, sorry, finish.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say something else after.
Oh, all right. So I mean, yeah, as long as once people are tired of a cheater, they're tired of a cheater. So, my best advice to anybody who's trying to get out of the cheating rut: don't get into it in the first place. Don't account share. Don't do anything shady. Be transparent, and I don't know. Keep your task manager open if you're getting accused. That's that. Task manager, not taskbar. You can change it in taskbar.
Yeah. I also need to say this. Hey, Guardy, if you're watching this, thank you for causing NFC to go on a 15-minute warning policy. You're the reason that this happened. You're the reason I've had to deny many clans because they won't raid on, because they will deploy on not a 15-minute warning. This is your fault. Screw you. All right, next question.
Amazing.
What is the most annoying group in the GCP?
Okay, I don't want to throw shots, but if I'm being real, I'm not gonna be real. I think the most annoying group is PLF because they keep talking about how they don't want to defend. It's a war, dude. Please defend. Come on now. But in all seriousness, I think it would be Vol and RAA. While I don't want to kind of flame my fellow admin, Vol mad, and also you keep talking about how our bases are unfair and stuff. You haven't actually raided with like a real raid leader in maybe 5 days. The last raid leader that ever hit Cerberus was Aviatrix, and he was arguing with the conductor who was saying "suck my dick" like 5 million times in a second. That was the last thing.
Well,
It was the last Cerberus raid.
That's literally what conductor sounds like, bruh. You a
Bruh.
No, he doesn't hold out his U's. He's like he just has he has like a really low voice and he just says it, man. He's suck my dick, suck my dick.
Like seriously,
no, but the conductor, you're funny, man. I like you. You're really funny, and you keep
you're really a chill dude.
You keep the negotiations going real hot and spicy. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But Vol, please raid with a raid leader who's not having a roast battle, and then talk to me about whether or not Cerberus is fair or not. That's just my advice to you. And yeah.
All right, and next question. I actually clicked on the service tab. I mean the stream tab, and I'm seeing a lot of spam of AVA and RAA. So we
looks like RAA won it.
We see like the general consensus here. I'm sorry. Next question. Get G2 Matty on the podcast. Hey, remember, we have a guest suggestion form. I didn't post it this week, but it'll get posted. And anyone who asks the question, I'm going to literally ping everybody in the GCC with that form, like live and uncut, just so you remember. Next question. So, Dinesh, what is your opinion on dropping horror?
I told you not to try the accent. I told you. You tried it anyway. The Avius is always right. So, dropping hole, you're throwing. That's all I have to say about it, man.
We've already said that before, so.
Yeah.
Does ROA use a module script for all of their guns?
Ah, yes, nerd talk time. Yes, we do. We have so the entire client side is based off of module scripts. We have one client script that talks to all the different module scripts. And it's kind of inefficient, but the way that the module scripts talk back is via a what do you call it? Not a remote, but a bindable event. Yeah. So we use bindable events to talk between from module to client script, and then the client script it calls functions from the module script. But that's only for the client side. The server side is one server script with maybe one module script for the class system. But that's about it.
All right. Next question. I didn't hear any of that, so I'm sorry. But I'll listen to it back. But it's probably geeky, and I'll probably like it. So.
Yeah.
Next question. It's actually a serious question. What are your thoughts on the rising number of cheaters in the modern clan world?
I mean, I don't think anybody thinks that's a good thing, except for perhaps the cheaters. That's kind of just pathetic. Like, why are you cheating? I get that there's this sense of like this really steep learning curve for clans, but Really? And honestly, that's part of the reason why I have such a big problem with elitism, right? That learning curve should not be so steep. You shouldn't need to like train for hours a day just to be able to be good at the game. And or not just to be good at the game, but rather to be able to compete in raids. But cheating is just like, if you have no moral compass, it's like it's okay, but I do, and I'm sure a lot of people in this game do as well, and you're just ruining other people's fun, number one. And number two, you're not working for the success that you're having. Because if you play with RCM, right? It moves your cursor, so you could record, and like some people will not notice, right? But you're not earning any of the success that you're reaping. Like you sowed nothing, but you're reaping benefit.
You're not getting anything out of this. And
Right.
I need to make this analogy to sports. When you get caught, say for example you're A-Rod, you get caught doping. You pretty much got slammed. He pretty much got slammed for like I think 5 seasons for doping. I can't remember if I'm right. Here, let me check. Let's see.
Bruh.
A-Rod.
Doing drugs couldn't be me.
Let's see. Tested positive. Wait. Give me a second.
I love sports.
He would have had. Let's see. He would have been suspended for 211 games, so pretty much a whole season. So think about that for a minute. All right.
Is it really worth it? It's not worth it. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Like, I know you think vaping is cool, but seriously, like think about what you're putting in your body for a minute. All right, now the next question. It is the most consistent question of the past few podcasts. You probably know what I'm about to ask next. Would you continue to support the GCC if it came out that Hey Dude 261 was a former Brazilian war criminal?
Yeah.
And as I've said before, absolutely.
Yeah, because whatever, like, if it came out that he was a Brazilian war criminal, I probably wouldn't believe it, and it probably wouldn't be true, because a Brazilian war criminal is not smart enough. Like you can lose debates, right? But then you can like intelligently lose debates, like Hey Dude does. Like he loses every single debate in the administrator chat to me because I'm the best, but he loses it intelligently. He loses it very intelligently. So a Brazilian war criminal would not be able to do that.
Hey, you're underestimating our Brazilian war criminals out there.
Yes, indeed I am. So if we're being quite honest here, I would not believe anything that came out like that. Hillary Clinton's emails could tell me specifically that he is a Brazilian war criminal, and I would still not believe it. So yes, GCC would have my support.
What if I could provide photo evidence that he was a Brazilian war criminal?
If you can link that photo evidence to Hey Dude's Discord account, I would still not believe you.
Damn.
All right.
What if I have a video of him saying, "I am a Brazilian war criminal"? And then
I mean, seeing as you can pay this kid named Tyrone to say whatever you want. Like you could probably pay a Brazilian war criminal to do whatever you want to.
First off, like I need to throw you under the bus, Boolaid. I need to break the joke for a minute. But my freshman year, there was a Brazilian kid for foreign exchange at my school. That is not what a Brazilian sounds like.
Yeah, sorry,
okay,
man.
Shut up. I haven't been to Brazil. I haven't watched any videos from Brazil.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of any.
They speak Portuguese
accent.
over there. You need a Portuguese accent, dude.
Yes. Like
okay, I was doing the Indian accent because you're Indian, so, and it's the only accent I know.
Yeah, it's amazing. Only Camo picked up that it was an Indian accent, Boolaid. So I think you got to work on that one too.
Only jaw. I can do a jaw accent or an Indian accent.
Do a jaw accent. Do it.
I don't fuck with you niggas, bro.
Okay, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I was seriously expecting him to go quiet. I seriously was. Next question is actually for Boolaid. How many pairs of Yeezys does Boolaid own?
384 and 3/4.
So let's do the math real quick. So you said 384 and 3/4, right?
Yep, I have.
How do you own 3/4? I'm not even gonna.
I have one. I have like a package of Yeezys, okay, and then one shoe is full, and then the other one is cut in half.
All right, that makes sense. So let's times that by I think their retail are they like 350s, 700s, 500s?
I think they're like 450.
No, I mean no. I'm asking like the model.
Oh, 350s, yeah.
Okay, so 350s. Those are, I'd say. Hang on. Let me check. $220. We'll just assume they're all $220.
Yeah.
You could have put you could $84,645.
Wow,
I mean-
Boulaid is really, really rich. Everybody, please hire him.
I'm not rich. My house doesn't have electricity, gas, water.
All
I
right,
am
so
barely able
Boulaid has
to
his
afford food.
priorities upside down. Everybody.
I am not able to afford food, but the Yeezys, I'm on that grind.
And if he has the Beluga colorways, he could be easily starting to pay bills again.
Yeah, but I don't want it. I gotta get that grind.
All right, next question. We have a couple more to go. What's your favorite water bottle brand?
Life water.
Warmaster.
Well, you see, guys, as many people in ROA know, I don't drink water, so
He drinks
Um,
gamer piss.
no, I just don't drink water. So, to be quite honest with you, I don't have a favorite water bottle brand.
Wait, is it because India doesn't have a fresh water source?
We do.
Sure. That's what the government tells you.
Well, I mean, it's also what the people drink, so.
I do need to start drinking water a bit more, so remind me to do that.
If you drink lots of water, you can get rid of your acne.
Like I'm actually like trying to get a bit more healthy. I mean, even though like I'm
Yeah, Void Forge just got it. Void Forge just got it.
Even though like I weigh 155 pounds, I'm athletic. I've got to get this acne off my face.
Oh,
God.
Matrocity is watching. 16-0.
16-0. All right, next question. And they just took it into a different window. I did not want that. Next question. Who is your favorite commissar?
I don't have a favorite commissar.
You have a favorite. Don't lie to us.
No, I don't have a favorite commissar.
Yeah, you
and
do.
the reason why is because they all have, and it's going to be really cliche, they all have their strengths and weaknesses. Damien is like better at raid leading than others. Purge is better at whining than others. And like, what do you call it? Vanishing, he's like the best at starting fights with e-girls. He's also the best driver possible.
I'm surprised.
All of them have their strengths and weaknesses. Raven Master's the best at playing Minecraft instead of hosting. And Fire Drake, my boy, he is the best at trying to tell Toast to do siege base instead of doing whatever Toast does. So they all have their different strengths and weaknesses. So they all have their different strengths and weaknesses. So I can't really pick a favorite, but yeah, they're all really integral to how we run.
The general consensus from Void Forge is Vanishing.
Oh, they all think that Vanishing's my favorite?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the same guy who crashed into water at Haven. No, let's be Vanishing. I don't want to throw you under the bus, man, but you straight up drove into the ocean at Haven Archipelago. Definitely not my first pick in terms of vehicle maneuvering.
If he had a draft, hold on. I gotta side rail this podcast for a second. Get out. There we go.
What is that?
Nothing.
Who is that?
Nothing.
I'm checking the logs.
Ah, crap.
Let's see.
It's
Bot logs.
It's Phase Bear.
It's Phase Bear?
Yeah, disconnected. Moved and disconnected.
Oh, you should have moved him in here, and I would have asked him about how his nunchuck maintenance is going. No, okay. If I may, real quick,
You may go.
Phase Bear, man, you literally said I use RCM. I bought him frag regularly. I don't know how.
Like,
you're just a clown, man. You're just a clown.
Think for a minute. What the hell? Just think for a minute. I'm better at gunfighting than Warmaster is.
Sure.
And you're saying that I use RCM. Come on now.
All right. We have like a few extra questions, but I'll pick one. What do you think of Surge?
Surge. Okay, well, first of all, in terms of their theme switch, I'm glad you switched switched off of Star Wars. I'm not glad that you switched onto Warhammer. We have too many people who are trying to do Warhammer. Please pick something new. And now you're trying to switch to a group like called Arconian Imperium. Get out of here, man. In terms of the group itself and how it functions, you have a filter clan, and that filter clan tries to copy VAC. So in my book, you're still elitist, even if you don't dismiss from raids or whatever. You probably still pick things in terms of rank order. I'm not sure about that, but if you don't, then that's all fine and well. But your ranks are based off of skill, and you pick things in rank order. That's elitist. That's all I have to say about that. In terms of your high command, I'm pretty sure the only competent one is Power Soldier, because he was actually able to pull off negotiations with Synops. I'm not confident I would have been able to pull off negotiations with Synops. I'm really, really sorry that Marshall went ahead and foiled your war. But other than that, I don't have much of an opinion on the rest of the high command because I haven't really talked to them.
I need to say this. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
If NSC would have went to war with Val and Delta, with Bear at our backs. Oh God. That would have been a cluster. That would have been a really big cluster. Like I hate to say it, I wanted that war to happen so much, but I knew if it became a 2v2 and Bear and if Bear became involved, things would be going south very quickly, and the NFC was not going to fight it alone.
We talked about this earlier about me and my autism.
Like I have so much respect for Synops and Cerivia. We actually ended up making an alliance with Delta Regiment, so I'd say that's one of the aftershocks that I'm kind of happy about. But like, the war would have started over a stupid reason, which was me getting ready to ban them for like flaking on us multiple times.
Yeah.
And for things that I had not realized was going on until then. So I mean,
hey, Cade has a song about ROA and he wants to sing it.
It's
he's gonna. I know what he's gonna sing.
It's Party Rock Areas. He's been DMing me the whole podcast. He wants in.
Oh wait, B-Bear wants to ask a question. I think we should move B-Bear in.
He's okay.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the community question segment.
And now
everybody join General in order to be moved into this chat to ask a question.
Wait for it.
You must queue up in General.
Queue up in General. First one in gets first question.
Okay, let's wait. Let's see.
Void Forge.
Void Forge is first.
Alright, bring him in. First.
Bring in Void Forge.
I'm bringing him.
Also, don't bring in Cade.
He won't move.
He won't. Okay, I got you. What? Okay.
Like we're trying to drag him.
No. It's latency. It's latency.
That's latency. Okay.
Hello, Void Forge. What is your question?
Who do you think the best fighter in ROA is?
Definitely you.
In terms of what? Like raw aim or just overall?
Just overall.
Overall right now I'm gonna have to say it's Dr. Evil 8. Because even though he can't make callouts and stuff, he's got a good aim, and he's also got a good game sense, and he also uses RCM. So no, that's a joke.
That last one was a joke.
But yeah, I think it would be Dr. Evil 8. Although the other player that I'm like, the two players that I think of are Young and Dr. Evil 8. Young being Youngseon, or some of you guys know Young Superman 100. So I often have a hard time figuring out which one is on top, but I'd probably say Dr. Evil.
Yeah, like I was in the DT with Dr. Evil. He was on the opposite team, and every time he would come through vent, like he'd just destroy everyone in the generator. Like, by the way, War Master, I must beg you. Oh, thank you for your question, Void Forge. War Master, I must beg you, please balance your classes.
What's unbalanced about them, huh?
Two STs.
I don't know what ST is. We don't have ST in ROA.
STA 55.
2 specialists.
I mean, one specialist would suck.
It needs to be like a ratio based on like raider count.
Yeah, actually I've thought about that because we have flexible numbers.
All right, no, like once you answer your question, you're getting moved into conflict VC, so don't get mad. Next question from B Bear. Go ahead, B Bear.
Okay, what's your opinion on Void Forge playing in a tornado?
Oh,
Pure dedication.
right. Yes, actually, I wanted to briefly talk about that. Everybody, we should all clap it up for Void Forge, who defended ROA in the middle of a tornado from his tornado cellar.
For real?
That man is a legend. To any ROA member watching, that man defended it in a tornado. I want to know what your excuse is.
Okay, you shouldn't
so-
have done
tornadoes.
that. It's a fucking tornado.
Nah, he was in a tornado cellar. Totally safe. Totally
No, I
safe.
mean, like,
No.
like,
Also, I forgot to tell you, a tree fell on his house halfway through. So, yeah.
like,
How the fuck?
Props to that man.
like seriously, like, he like, if you were playing during a tornado warning, you were one of two things. You were either very calculated and brave, or two, you're a jackass.
Nah, I think I'll take the first one. Void Forge is definitely the first one.
Yeah, like if you can if you know that the tornado doesn't have much of a chance of hitting you, and your county's probably got a warning because it might enter that area. Like that's what happened to me a few months ago. Then I completely understand. Last question from Reborn Chaotic.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Arius is in the house tonight.
I have that on my. A lot of you guys know about the infamous soundboard at ROA bases at Cerberus. I currently have.
Entry
I have that bound to my multiply key.
he has his Avius Taunts, Resident Evil music, and then Entry of the Gladiators. Which is the clown theme for any of you uncultured swines.
Oh, what's this? B-Bear has another one. Amazing.
Next question session over.
We didn't get it. Couldn't understand that.
Question session is over, but thank you guys.
Oh.
But you guys are always free to harass War Master in general following the podcast.
I told you it would work.
What do you mean it would work?
I told you because you were like, no, they're gonna say an N word.
I mean, like, I just had to trust.
Okay, no, you got three like good-natured avians.
Yeah, you got like
here. Like if it was anyone, like let's say you had whites on the show, like that's exactly what would have happened.
If you had Hate House. No wait, I had Hate House last week.
If you had, I mean, honestly, if you had anybody that's like, I mean, I don't want to say that I'm not controversial, but if you had anybody that's like so openly controversial in the clan community here, like I guarantee you there would have been people lining up in general just to come in here and say the N-word. Like, it's crazy, bro. You guys think that's funny?
I feel like Dystra would be like the most likely person.
Dystra would be saying it, bro.
That's why I said he would be the most likely person to do that. I'm surprised he didn't do that when he was on the podcast, but
because he's kicked from the Discord.
Then
it's
again,
all about the risk.
Then again, riots happened right after that podcast went live, so
yeah. We gotta keep the public calm,
keep him humored. Maybe next week we'll have Milan. Who knows?
Oh no, not Milan.
I'm actually joking. I'm going to tell you our next guest if this ends up working out. Our next guest is hopefully going to be Alex Ty. He's going to be taking. We never really discussed the GCP POA war, but we have what we have done is
Alex
mentioned it a few times. So we've had the POA side. We're going to hopefully have the GCP side next week with Alex Ty. So unless something else happens. Maybe. Who knows? I'm going to end up coming home at like 11 o'clock this Saturday because that's when I'm scheduled. Till 11 p.m. Like pretty much 10:45. So it's going to take me 15 minutes to get home. It'll be 11 p.m. I'm not going to record after that. So we're doing another Sunday stream next week.
Okay.
So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week on none other than the GCC podcast. And also, yes, we're having the boring black screen until you stop complaining about my gameplay. See ya.